Welcome to the BUYEE Bonanza buyout. Try saying that 3 times fast. Yeah, I went on a little bit of a shopping spree, and it's all due in part to my buddy Keith over at RC Icons. Thanks, Keith, for turning me on to BUYEE and being the wonderful influence that you are, making me spend some money. So welcome to the RC Retro channel, and in this episode we're taking a look at some items I just recently purchased from the website BUYEE, which is Japanese auctions overseas. Before we even start taking a look at all this stuff, I do have some experience with buying stuff from overseas, from Yahoo Japan before, so it's pretty much no different than BUYEE, except Keith over at RC Icons does a lot of unboxing, buys a lot of stuff from BUYEE, has a massive collection. So if you're not subscribed to his channel, go take a look. It's RC Icons. He's got some really cool RCs on his channel and gets a lot of stuff from there. So I decided to check out BUYEE. And well, I just loaded up my favorites, watched a few auctions, and over time purchased a whole bunch of stuff. And what's really cool is they store it in their warehouse for 30 days. So you can kind of save by doing a mass shipment rather than having all individual things shipped over to you. And that's what I pretty much did over the course of 2 to 3 weeks. Purchased a whole bunch of stuff, waited for it all to arrive at their warehouse, and had it shipped over to me. So here you go, and I just want to share it with all of you. Now, obviously, a lot of us are familiar with eBay. You're a seller, you sell stuff, and you pay a fee. This is the whole reverse idea of that when you get from the Yahoo Japanese auctions. Basically, as a buyer, you're paying the fees, you're paying the taxes, all rolled into one, and the shipping to a third-party warehouse. And then that warehouse from there, once they get everything, contacts you and gives you a whole bunch of different options as far as shipping based on the weight and the time it takes to get to you. So you could pick and choose the amount as far as the different shipping methods. I went with the standard 5 to 8 days and got it in 5 to 8 days. And well, because I waited for everything to arrive at their warehouse, I didn't get slammed as bad as doing it all individually. So what do we have here? Well, let's start off with this guy right over here. So we have a Tamiya Porsche 911 GT1 in the mobile livery. If I'm being very honest with you, growing up, I really wasn't much of a Porsche enthusiast. I was a Lamborghini, you know, a kid of the 80s and early 90s with the poster in his room, and who didn't dream about having a Lamborghini, right? It's not until now, in my mid-40s, that I really come to appreciate Porsche. And as I'm expanding my on-road collection, I noticed that I'm really attracted to getting more Porsches. So, and kind of moving away from those supercars of Ferraris and Lamborghinis and more towards this and really appreciating Porsche. So this is really a beautiful kit right over here. It is on the TA03R chassis. Obviously the motor is in the rear. Not too long ago I put together a TA03F, which was the Nissan Pennzoil livery on the channel, and you can go check that out. And that was a front mounted motor, but this one is rear. It is brand new. Didn't cost as much as I thought compared to what I saw on eBay, so I got it a lot less on this Yahoo Japanese auction website, BUYEE. There is some damage to the box right over here, so there's a hole in the box. But of course, you know, the whole idea behind it is you can get stuff at a more reasonable price on that website, but it makes up as far as the price point with the shipping, right? Unless you do what I did and wait for everything to arrive and do one big mass order. So I'm not going to spend too much time going into this TA03. I'm just going to kind of show you what's going on in the box. We're not going to do an unboxing, but this is a brand new kit. And from what I could see over here, the body is in pristine condition. Sometimes just from being in the box and stuff jiggling around, it can get scuffed up, but this does not look like the case. And we will be doing a future video on the channel unboxing this and building this beauty right over here. All right, so the next few items are different body sets that I picked up that I've been eyeing and wanted, and came across them and figured, why the heck not? Starting to my left over here, 2 summers ago, I picked up a lot of RC cars, 2 of which were low-C buggies, 1 of which was a Tamiya Volkswagen Beetle based on the M2L. But I had to be very careful when getting a Beetle body because I had to make sure it was the right one, because the M2L has a longer wheelbase. It is at 239 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken. And I just wanted to make sure that when getting this, it was the right one. So this is part number 84185. It actually says for M06 chassis, wheelbase 239 millimeters, but the directions on the inside right over here do say M2L and 239 millimeters. So this is the accurate and correct one. And it's nice because it came with all the parts and the stickers and the window mask, so that's pretty cool. So eventually we'll get this painted up, slap that right on to the Volkswagen Beetle M2L chassis, and get that up and running. And then right over here, I don't even know what kind of body this is, but what I do know is this is one hell of a paint scheme right over here. So I'm going to open that up, pop some staples, pull this out, and bam, this is one dope paint job right over here. A little sparkly purple with the hot pink, and we got some slime and some sharp jagged edges on here, and you know, the whole like silver chrome paint on here. This, when I saw this, I was like, this is one hell of a paint job on here. It's like perfect. Every single line is crisp and sharp and perfect on here. And they threw some Sorex stickers on here because they do make some pretty dope wheels, or I should say tires, for on-road racing Sorex. So this is awesome. What am I going to use this on? Well, as you know, we do a lot of on-road racing on this channel. So most likely I won't have any issues finding something to throw this on, but this is pretty dope right over here. So check that out. I am a big fan of my T4S Corvette C5R. I do a lot of on-road racing with that particular one. It's the yellow Corvette body, but Tamiya also offered that kit with a blue body as well, and so this popped up. You more so see these in the yellow bodies, but that one is shot to crap. I rolled it over, rear-ended people, got T-boned so many times with that body. So check that out. I was able to find a blue one at a very, very reasonable price on BUYEE. So awesome. I could have got a yellow one, but I do have a brand new T4S C5R Corvette yellow mint in box in my collection. So I didn't need another yellow one, so I decided to go blue this time. So let's see what else we have. We have the spoiler or the wing in here, and came with everything for the wing. And then the stickers are right down here. Or I should say decals. People get so mad when I call them stickers. I mean, they stick, don't they? So there you go. And then the whole directions for the body for where the stickers go. Decals. Stickers and stickers? That was so bad. Stickers and decals. So there. All right. And let's get on to our last box, which is right here. So what's in the last box? Well, obviously, it's a Tamiya. Comes in this cool little case, a little handle on it. It's funny. It's the little things. So a Tamiya DT2 MS. Got the body and the wing. Doesn't seem to have been used. There's no nicks, scratches, or anything wrong as far as the paint. But here is the actual buggy, which comes with another painted body on here. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is basically a Tamiya Sand Viper or Desert Gator, which you could still get today. However, when Tamiya put out the MS version, and we'll do a follow-up video and get into all the specifics. It was basically a hopped up version of the Sand Viper or the Desert Gator. And we're not going to get into all the option parts that are on here as far as what makes it the MS version or the limited edition version. We'll save that for another video. But I have to say, Glenn over at Tamiya Legends put a awesome video out on the DT2 MS a ways back. And I saw that and I was like, man, I'd love to get that. And he took it out to this little RC track and zipped it around. And it was just so cool. I really wanted one. And you see them online for ridiculous amounts of money. There's actually one on eBay right now that's pushing well over $600 as far as asking price, new in box. But I just couldn't justify spending that kind of money because it's a Sand Viper with some hop-up parts on it. So we'll do a follow-up video, talk about maybe, you know, how much a Sand Viper is, and then how much it would cost to get all those aftermarket parts that actually came with the MS version, and see if you can make your own and where you can get all the parts from. And then of course we'll clean this up and we'll get it out for some action. But pretty much this is in used condition. So I got this at a very, very reasonable price. And then it came with this other pre-painted body on here. And then of course this, which is what I really wanted. And this is gonna look awesome on here. I don't think either of these bodies were used, if I'm being very honest, but you could definitely see that this was used. And you could always restore this, or I plan on using this and then eventually restoring it because the parts are readily available because of the Sand Viper. So you can just get those parts, replace all the plastics on here, and then you have, from what you could see right now, some of these blue anodized parts, which is the aftermarket hop-up parts on here, which is the DT2 MS version that you see here. So yeah, so that's my latest additions right here on the channel, and you know, expect to see these in the future. All right, thank you so much for your support. I'll see you on my next. Take care now.